Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Nourin. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Trump plans to use US military for mass deportations. Republicans plan to delay government funding decision into 2025. Judge postpones Steve Bannon's border wall case. Emily's List endorsed Mikey Sherrill for New Jersey governor. Two dead, one injured in New York City stabbing spree. Mayor Adams unveils policies to support migrants and save taxpayer dollars. Governor Hochul announces $62 million in grants to support arts and culture in New York State. Renowned Russian ballet dancer Vladimir Shlyarov dies in fall from balcony. Biden urges G20 leaders to support Ukraine's sovereignty at summit. Kim Jong-un calls for strengthened military capabilities amid rising tensions. Yannick Sinner wins first ATP Finals title with dominant victory. And Harry Kane aims to extend England's career beyond 2026 World Cup. You are listening to Headlines, now news in detail. Donald Trump confirmed he plans to use the US military for mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. On November 18, he announced his administration would declare a national emergency to execute what he called the largest deportation program in American history. Trump shared his plan after responding to a social media post about military involvement in deportations. He stated that this initiative will begin on his first day in office and said he has no choice but to proceed, despite potential costs. Trump's team includes immigration hardliners. Tom Homan was named border czar to oversee deportations, and Stephen Miller returned as a policy advisor advocating for strict measures like detention camps. Trump also nominated Kristi Noem as the new Homeland Security Secretary. Experts raised concerns about the legal, financial, and logistical challenges of deporting millions, noting potential costs exceeding $960 billion over 10 years. Advocates warned this plan could harm families and communities, including those with legal status or U.S. citizens. Trump aims to federalize state national guards to assist with enforcement. While many oppose this plan, he insists it is necessary to address crime and border issues. Critics argue it will create fear and chaos. Republicans in Congress confirmed they are likely to push the government funding deadline to early 2025 rather than finalize a full-year deal this year. The current deadline to avoid a government shutdown is December 20. Speaker Mike Johnson stated there may not be enough time to reach an agreement by then. On November 18, Johnson mentioned the possibility of passing a temporary measure to extend funding into the early part of next year. By 2025, Republicans will control the Senate and retain a majority in the House, giving them more influence over federal spending decisions during President-elect Donald Trump's second term. Some Republicans, like Senator John Boozman, prefer completing the funding deal this year to avoid delays in Trump's first 100 days, which they want to focus on confirming nominees and advancing key policies. However, others, including Representative Chip Roy, oppose last-minute omnibus bills and favor a stopgap measure into 2025. Democrats, led by Senate Appropriations Chair Patty Murray, argued for passing a full-year funding bill before 2025 to prevent disruptions. If Republicans propose a stopgap bill, Democrats may accept it to avoid a shutdown. Decisions remain uncertain as the deadline approaches. A New York judge delayed Steve Bannon's trial on November 18, moving it from December 9 to February 25. Bannon, a close ally of President-elect Donald Trump and former White House advisor, is accused of defrauding donors in a border wall fundraising scheme. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has charged Bannon with money laundering, conspiracy, and defrauding donors through the organization We Build the Wall, Inc. Prosecutors claimed the group falsely promised that all donations would fund a U.S.-Mexico border wall. Instead, some money was used to enrich Bannon and Brian Kauffish, the organization's founder. Judge April Neubauer approved prosecutors' request to add financial evidence, which they said would show Bannon's motives. She told both sides the new date would not change again. Bannon argued the case was politically motivated by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, a Democrat. Previously, Bannon faced federal charges for the same scheme in 2020 but was pardoned by Trump. However, presidential pardons do not apply to state cases. If convicted, Bannon could face up to 15 years in prison. He recently served 4 months for defying subpoenas from the House January 6 committee. Emily's List, a national group supporting Democratic women in politics, endorsed Representative Mikie Sherrill for New Jersey governor. The announcement came hours after Sherrill officially launched her campaign. Jessica McClure, the group's president, praised Sherrill's military service and congressional achievements in a statement shared Monday. McClure emphasized Sherrill's work in lowering health care costs, cutting taxes for New Jerseyans, and protecting reproductive rights. Emily's List expressed hope that Sherrill could become New Jersey's first Democratic woman governor. Sherrill, a former Navy helicopter commander and federal prosecutor, gained political attention in 2018 when she won a Republican-held congressional seat. She now joins a competitive race that includes Representative Josh Gottheimer, New York Mayor Ross Baraka, and Jersey City Mayor Steve Phillip. The New Jersey governor's race, one of two in 2025, is expected to draw significant attention and funding. Current Governor Phil Murphy, a Democrat, is term limited and cannot seek re-election. Sherrill is the first woman to enter this race. Emily's List has also endorsed Virginia Representative Abigail Spanberger in her gubernatorial run. Both women previously received the group's support for their congressional campaigns. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. A knife-wielding man killed 2 people and critically injured a woman in separate attacks across Manhattan on Monday morning, according to New York police. The first attack happened at 8:22 a.m. near West 19th Street, where a 36-year-old construction worker was stabbed. He later died at Bellevue Hospital. At 10:27 a.m., a 68-year-old man fishing on East 30th Street was also attacked and later died at the same hospital. Around 10:55 a.m., a woman near East 42nd Street and First Avenue, close to the United Nations, was stabbed and remains in critical condition. Police arrested a 51-year-old homeless man shortly after the last incident. NYPD Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenney said the attacks appeared random and unprovoked. Mayor Eric Adams expressed concerns about why the suspect, who has a long arrest history and mental health issues, was not in custody earlier. An officer caught the suspect after a taxi driver witnessed the last attack and alerted police. The victims have not yet been identified and police are notifying their families. The incidents come amid debates about crime, though New York City's murder rate has slightly dropped this year compared to 2023. New York City Mayor Eric Adams announced new measures to reduce costs and access to migrants. Families with children in kindergarten through 6th grade will now stay in their current shelters after a second 60-day notice, ensuring school continuity and saving transportation costs. A centralized mail center will also open soon to provide migrants with important legal updates on asylum and work applications regardless of their location. Since spring 2022, over 223,000 migrants have sought city services. NYC Health Plus hospitals reported over 700,000 case management meetings with migrants, helping them transition from shelters to self-sufficiency. The city's Asylum Application Help Center has submitted more than 84,000 applications for work permits, asylum, and temporary protected status. As a result of these efforts, 70% of eligible adults have completed or received work authorization. The city has also closed several shelters, including the Randall's Island facility. Mayor Adams highlighted that these initiatives saved taxpayers millions and supported migrants in achieving independence. The city plans to continue these efforts, focusing on legal, social, and educational support to help more migrants achieve stability and build their futures. Governor Kathy Hochul announced that the New York State Council on the Arts awarded over $62 million in grants to 1,497 non-profit organizations and 509 individual artists. These grants aim to support New York's arts and culture sector, which has a significant economic and social impact. This funding round, part of fiscal year 2025, brings the total amount to $84 million, including $21 million in multi-year grants. Governor Hochul emphasized the importance of investing in New York's creative sector, stating that it boosts tourism, strengthens local economies, and maintains the state's reputation as a cultural leader. NYSC's efforts have also led to a 20% increase in applications, with 70% of organization support grants going to smaller institutions with budgets under $1 million. Additionally, NYSCA is accepting applications for $80 million in grants for the Capital Projects Fund, which will support capital facilities and expansion projects for cultural organizations. The deadline for application is January 14, 2025. These grants aim to promote accessibility, sustainability, and job growth in the arts and tourism industries across the state. Now it's time for global updates. Vladimir Shlyarov, a famous Russian ballet dancer, tragically died after falling from a balcony in St. Petersburg. He was 39 years old. Shlyarov, a star of the Mariinsky Theatre, was scheduled for back surgery on Monday. According to reports, he had taken painkillers before the fall, which occurred from a fifth-floor balcony. The Mariinsky Theatre confirmed his passing and announced that his funeral would take place on Thursday. Shlyarov had been with the Mariinsky Theatre since 2011, where he became a principal dancer and captivated audiences worldwide with his artistry. His performances in ballets like The Nutcracker, Romeo and Juliet, and Sleeping Beauty earned him numerous awards. He was married to fellow dancer Maria Shlyarov, and they had 2 children. Authorities in Russia have launched an investigation into his death, with early assessments suggesting it may have been an accident. Shlyarov had criticized Russia's actions in Ukraine earlier but chose to remain in Russia, continuing his performances with the Mariinsky Theatre. A memorial service will be held at the theatre on Thursday, followed by a burial in central St. Petersburg. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. US President Joe Biden called on G20 leaders to support Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity during a summit in Rio de Janeiro. He emphasized the importance of backing Ukraine a day after US officials confirmed that he had authorized the use of long-range missiles by Kiev against Russia. Biden urged leaders to apply more pressure on Hamas, which had reportedly rejected a proposed deal. In another significant meeting, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer discussed the UK's relationship with China. In his first bilateral meeting with China's President Xi Jinping since 2018, Starmer stressed the need for consistent, durable, respectful ties. However, he also highlighted that the UK was committed to the rule of law, raising concerns over issues such as the imprisonment of British media tycoon and pro-democracy activist Jimmy Lai in Hong Kong. The discussions reflected the ongoing tensions between the nations, with both leaders addressing sensitive topics while maintaining diplomatic relations. The summit underscored the complex global challenges faced by world leaders in balancing national interests and international diplomacy. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un urged his country's military to enhance its capabilities to fight in a war. In a speech to battalion commanders and political instructors in Pyongyang, Kim emphasized the importance of improving political and military strength to ensure the country could handle wartime conditions. He described the situation as the worst phase in history, with tensions rising due to military confrontations with the US and its allies, including South Korea. Kim's remarks came after thousands of North Korean troops were sent to Russia, where they have reportedly supported Russia's war against Ukraine. North Korean soldiers are said to have participated in combat near the Ukraine border in Kursk. The country's increasing military cooperation with Russia has drawn international criticism, with the US, South Korea, and Ukraine expressing concerns. In a separate event, Kim oversaw a workshop aimed at improving the efficiency of battalions and preparing for modern warfare. He also ordered the mass production of attack drones, reflecting North Korea's growing focus on advanced military technology. This move comes amid global concerns about the impact of North Korea's involvement in the ongoing Ukraine conflict. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Yannick Sinner claimed his first ATP Finals title, defeating Taylor Fritz 6-4, 6-4 in the final in Turin. The Italian star, 23 years old, won his home tournament in a near-perfect year, having already claimed 8 titles, including his first Grand Slam victories at the Australian and US Opens. "It's amazing. It means so much to me," said Sinner, reflecting on his achievement. "I just tried to play my best tennis, and that was key." Sinner, who became the first Italian to win the ATP Finals, remained dominant throughout the tournament, winning all his matches without dropping a set. He ended the season with 70 wins, a milestone he shared with tennis legend Ivan Lendl from 1986. Sinner now heads to Malaga, aiming to lead Italy in defending their Davis Cup title. Meanwhile, Fritz will rise to a career-best number 4 in the rankings. England captain Harry Kane has dismissed suggestions that the 2026 World Cup will be his international farewell. The 31-year-old striker, currently playing for Bayern Munich, believes he is performing at the highest level of his career despite being dropped to the bench for a recent match against Greece. Kane scored in England's 5-0 win over the Republic of Ireland upon his return to the starting lineup. "I feel as good as I have ever felt," Kane said. Looking ahead to the 2026 World Cup in the US, he emphasized the importance of winning a major tournament for England, aiming to follow in the footsteps of iconic captains like Bobby Moore. Kane is also excited about the arrival of New England manager Thomas Tuchel in March. The former Bayern coach is expected to bring valuable experience and a fresh tactical approach to the team. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,715.25. The NYSE Composite is increased by 69.48 points or 0.35%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,220.85. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 422.06 points or 1.09%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,323.85. The Shanghai index is decreased by 6.88 points or 0.21%. Hong Kong stock close price is 19,576.61. The Hang Seng Index is increased by 150.27 points or 0.77%. Bombay stock close price is 77,339.01. The Sensex Index is decreased by 241.30 points or 0.31%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump plans to use US military for mass deportations. Republicans plan to delay government funding decision into 2025. Judge postpones Steve Bannon's border wall case. Emily's List endorsed Mikey Sherrill for New Jersey governor. Two dead, one injured in New York City stabbing spree. Mayor Adams unveils policies to support migrants and save taxpayer dollars. Governor Hochul announces $62 million in grants to support arts and culture in New York State. Renowned Russian ballet dancer Vladimir Shlyarov dies in fall from balcony. Biden urges G20 leaders to support Ukraine's sovereignty at summit. Kim Jong-un calls for strengthened military capabilities amid rising tensions. Yannick Sinner wins first ATP Finals title with dominant victory. And Harry Kane aims to extend England's career beyond 2026 World Cup. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.